Welcome to this week's edition of WSRH Extra.
I'm Natalie.
And I'm Connor.
They're competing for.
In today's day and age, students and parents have many choices about where to go to school.
Each year, Palm Beach County puts together the Showcase of Schools. I went behind the scenes to see what it was all about. On October 17th, dozens of schools gathered at the South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center to show off what makes their school so special.
It gives you a kind of an idea of each school as opposed to just looking it up. You know, you get to interact with teachers and students who are actually a part of that school and program, and it just gives you that like person-to-person contact as opposed to just reading about it.
This event gave students from all around Palm Beach County, from grades K to 12, an opportunity to check out special programs that each school have to offer to help decide what school the students will be looking into going to their upcoming school year.
When we do that for kids, it opens up the doors of going to career or college, and that's important. And colleges aren't just looking at school grades or SAT scores. They're looking at what you did. Did you intern? Did you intern in a hospital? Did you intern with a TV station? These will also get you great entrance abilities into colleges.
In past generations, students were not offered this variety of choice programs, but Palm Beach County Schools now has dozens of career education and art academies to choose from. All of these academies were on display at the Showcase of Schools.
They never had anything like this when I went to school, and you can really, if you have that, that idea that I think I really want to do this with my life, what an amazing head start. It's fantastic.
If you look at the graduation rate for our schools, the children that are in the choice academies, the graduation rate is much higher for them.
Although I saw some pretty interesting schools, I think I'm going to stick to the home of the Hawks. For WSRH Extra, I'm Natalie.
Our STEP team is bigger than ever this year.
Let's go to Kamar Simmons for more on the story.
Last year, the STEP team was small but powerful. This year, they transformed into the very heartbeat that moves the Hawks at Seminole Ridge. Unfortunately for the STEP team last year, Mrs. Miller took leave from the school, leaving the STEP team crew without a sponsor. In a surprise, Miss Hand stepped up to the challenge, and I wanted to know how the STEP team felt about her.
Oh, well, Miss Hand, as our sponsor, I love her. She's an amazing person. Like, she works with us, and she motivates us to do book it so we can have our grades looking good. And, yeah, she's an amazing person. I like her.
She's like a really good, she keeps us on our toes. Like, she keeps everything moving in her process. Like, if we need something done, and we just got to work for it, and she'll have us on to the next movement. That's how we just run things.
Since last year, the STEP team blew up in a blink of an eye with almost 30+ members. And I got to know why.
And then people that they know, and then we all just decided why not go for it, and then we all ended up making the team. But that's just because we have I guess you could say we have our own skill when it comes to doing STEP. So that's what makes us all stand out and make the team.
Like, we normally working with 10, 15. So now it's 30 of us, and it's a lot of different drama, but we all work through it and get the steps looking right.
With Miss Han having next to no experience with the STEP team, I wonder how she felt about being the new sponsor this year.
Well, I have been able to step my whole life. I step down the stairs, I step across the floor, but step like this, no. But I am good at organizing a group of people, and you've got great talent with Travanta and Talia at the lead, so I just push the paperwork and keep everybody in line and make sure they get their booking points. We're good to go.
So Tavares, show me how to step a little.
So slow.
Man, that's really complicated. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kamar Simmons.
There lives a lot of Florida's native animals.
I was curious about that, so I went behind the scenes to find out more. Located just off Interstate 95 in an unassuming Jupiter neighborhood lies the home to many of Florida's native animals. Busch Wildlife Sanctuary offers visitors a one-of-a-kind opportunity to learn about Florida's wildlife and natural environments. This unique refuge combines a nature center with a wildlife hospital. Nature trails lead visitors through pine flatwoods, oak hammocks, and cypress wetlands.
We probably have about 50,000 visitors each year to the sanctuary, and another 50,000 participate in our educational programs, tours, and exhibits.
Among the trails are wildlife habitats exhibiting 200 different animals here, from even Jasper, the bobcat. So, come on, Olive, jump out. I'll take you home. To even Florida Panthers like Miko here. I even got the chance to hold an alligator. This cute baby American alligator. But for little Isabella, the birds take the show.
I like the birds.
The birds? Yeah. What was your favorite bird?
I like the blue one.
The blue one?
I forgot what it was called.
Today, the Busch Wildlife Sanctuary provides free medical and rehab care to over 5,000 wild animal patients each year, with the ultimate goal of returning recovered animals to their natural environment.
We get about 5,000 animals that are brought into our wildlife hospital. Sadly, only about 35% of those fully heal and go back out to the wild.
For Busch Wildlife Administrator Melissa, it's not about the paycheck, it's about helping the animals.
When the person says, oh wow, I never thought of an animal that way, wow, you make some great points, and then they don't call a trapper, I help the animals.
Busch Wildlife Sanctuary. It's more than just a place to see animals, it is a real wild adventure. For the Education Network, I'm Connor Nugent, keeping you informed.
I really like food trucks. What about you?
Oh, I love them. Let's go to Amber to find out what other people think about food trucks.
Just a few years ago, food trucks weren't very appetizing to most people, but now the recent improvements in both quality and variety of food has started the new trend of food truck invasions everywhere.
So right now they've really expanded and grown exponentially in terms of the products they offer. I never would have thought I could have got fresh smoked ribs out of a food truck 20 years ago, and nowadays we have those options, fryers, we have donuts, we have so many different options.
Many traditional restaurants are starting to expand their business by opening a food truck, including the local Loxahatchee Ice Cream Company.
We decided to open up a food truck so we can expand and expose our product to a larger customer base. It's an easier and less expensive way to grow the business, so to speak, without having to do another brick and mortar location. It's a little bit less expensive for us.
People seem to really enjoy the food truck events and all they have to offer.
Which is really good.
For WSRH News, I'm Amber.
Last weekend, many students from our TV Production Academy competed at FSPA District.
Let's go to Alexis McGlory to find out more.
Last weekend, SeminoleRidgeTV had their first competition of the year at Deerfield Beach High School. The theme this year was No Filter. With hours of preparation, we placed with honorable mention in the photojournalism competition and also received first place in the product commercial category.
First place, product commercial, SeminoleRidgeTV! Jessica Perez, Michael Rosa, Alexa Owens, and Ricky Moore.
Many people know Riley Jordan as the kid who rides his bike.
Let's go to Ethan Davis to find out more about Riley.
Riley Jordan, a senior here at Seminole Ridge, has always had a passion for riding his bike.
I started riding BMX when I was probably around like 8 years old. I just would have a bike and try to build some jumps in the dirt road, and that's how it started. I like to ride my bike because it gives me a freedom and it's just something I love to do.
Riley is sponsored by Emmett BMX with hopes of getting noticed by a larger company.
I really hope to go pro and just ride my bike for a living and go far with it.
Riley tells us that riding BMX can be expensive with the cost of the bike and traveling. He gives advice for those who want to start riding BMX.
If you want to start riding BMX, I would say just go to your local skate park or whatever you have and just get on your bike and be creative and have fun.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Ethan Davis.
For a behind-the-scenes look of the lip dub,
with lots of bloopers,
let's go to WSRH Extra reporter Brittany Snowball.
Seminole Ridge participated in Macy's Lip Dub October 8, 2014. The prize is a total of $50,000. First place gets $25,000, while second place gets $15,000, and third place gets $10,000.
We thought basically it's one great big pep rally.
I talked to Alex and Rebecca, who were two of many that starred in our Lip Dub.
The music was kind of low for other parts, but for my part, I can hear it because I'm like the first person.
Because I was right by the basketball team and I was on the stairs, so like there's not a speaker by the stairs.
We also talked to the TV Production Academy teacher, Mr. Wright, to see what he thought about our Lip Dub.
As a whole, the video came out really well. It was certainly a challenge doing a video of this scale. Like having 2,000 kids in a hallway was challenging. Probably the biggest issue we had was obviously sound. We had a hard time lip syncing because we didn't anticipate how much that number of kids out there would how noisy they would be and how hard it would be to hear the music.
Mr. Wright told us what he thought our advantage was against other schools.
Well, we followed all the rules, that's the first thing. A lot of the videos we saw didn't follow the rules. This was challenging because it had to be one take only, and some schools I noticed did multiple shots. And also that you had to use the music without remixing it at all, which would have been nice to be able to remix it, but we avoided doing that, but other schools not so much.
TV production students had the chance to walk around behind scenes. Now for the thing you've all been waiting for, bloopers. For WSRH Extra, I'm Brittany Snowball.
On October 28th, the Seminole Ridge Thespian Honor Society held their annual Take 5, a showcase of monologues and songs from musicals that they will be performing at their district and state competitions. We got the opportunity to speak to Lisa Chandler about the show and how she performed.
I always think there's room for improvement, but I think it went really well this year.
Even though there are students who have done Take 5 before, there are a few new thespians who joined them on stage. We asked Lisa about how she thinks the new performers did during their performances.
I think that everyone's got really great potential.
After the monologue half of the show, the Theater 3s and 4s performed their one-act Night Sky. David Madigan spoke to us about the performance and his accomplishments at the district competition.
Did you see his move? We did well. We could have done better, but we were good. Most of the things that we got hit on by judges were technical. I won All-Star Actor. It felt good. Yeah, it was pleasing.
There were mostly monologues performed, but Gianna Spado sang her very first solo.
I sang Always Starting Over from the musical If Then.
We asked her about how she felt before and during the show.
I was a little bit nervous, but, once I was out on stage doing my thing, it all went away. It felt natural.
We wish the Thespian Honor Society good luck this year in their district and state competitions. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kelly Matthews.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of WSRH Extra.
We now leave you with this week's Edit to the Beat by Connor and Alex.
We'll be right back.